When it comes to business, there are always opportunities around us. Only few people recognize them. Very few understand the true potential. And only handful of people take action and grab the opportunity. Ajim Premji belongs to that category. He is one of the India's well-known and respected business leaders. He inherited a cooking oil company from his father and turned it into India's third largest IT company and 11th largest publicly traded company. So in today's episode, let's understand the story and the scale of Wipro Ltd. That was the year 1945. Muhammad Hussain Hashim Premji, a businessman from Mumbai, registered a company with the name Western India Vegetable Products Limited after buying an oil mill in Amalner, a city located in Jalgaon district of Maharashtra. This company produced hydrogenated cooking fats. If you remember dalda ghee, it is Wipro's oldest product. The company used to manufacture dalda under the brand name Sunflower Vanaspati and a laundry soap called 787 using the byproduct generated from oil extraction. The products were an instant hit. The business was so successful that in 1946, just 1 year after the incorporation, Western India Vegetable Products Limited launched its IPO. Over the next 20 years, company expanded rapidly. Hassan Premji's son is Ajim Premji. He went to Stanford University to study engineering. However, on one fateful day, he had to return to India immediately, leaving everything because of his father's sudden demise. It was the year 1966. Ajim was just 21 years old. He had to take over an entire business that valued at $2 million. But the journey was not easy for Ajim Premji. Though Ajim Premji took control of Western India Vegetable Products Limited, shareholders did not welcome him wholeheartedly. They were not ready to trust a 21-year-old to run a giant company. There was a revolt. However, by the virtue of owning 90% shares, nobody could do much. Ajim started working, and in no time he expanded the company into multiple domains. On one side, it moved into more consumer-based goods. Companies started manufacturing bakery fats, toiletries, soaps and lighting products. On the other side, they also produced industrial hydraulic cylinders. In 1977, the government changed. The new government, led by Morarji Desai, was against foreign companies. Companies like Coca-Cola were asked to leave. IBM, the only IT company in India at that time, also left the shores. If you want to know the full story behind Indian government forcing foreign companies to leave India, I would highly recommend you to watch my another video on Cola Wars, where I discuss this topic in detail. Ajim Premji envisioned the future. The void created due to exit of IBM gave him a ripe and ready market. Western India Vegetable Products Limited was renamed as Wipro. Wipro initiated working on hardware and IT related services. Wipro also collaborated with US-based Sentinel Computer Corporation. This was the beginning of India's IT revolution that transformed entire nation. In 1989, Wipro collaborated for some time with General Electric. Wipro and General Electric joint venture manufactured medical imaging and diagnostic devices. In 1999, Wipro worked with Acer to produce personal computers for the Indian market. Although the company was operating in both hardware and software, the software business really took off. In 1999, Wipro became the first Indian computer manufacturer which received Y2K compliant certification from National Software Testing Laboratory in US. Wipro also provided internet services in India in partnership with Royal Dutch Telecom. In 2000, Wipro listed itself in US market through American Depository Receipts. It also became India's largest software exporter. Wipro had India's second largest market capitalization during the period of 1998 to 2003. Ajim Premji stayed as the richest Indian during that time. But his definition of being rich was different, and he started giving the wealth back to the society. He is the most generous billionaire out there. He is India's first billionaire who signed the Giving Pledge, a campaign led by Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, under which billionaires commit at least 50% of their wealth to philanthropy. But Ajim Premji went one step ahead and committed 75% of his wealth, or $21 billion, to philanthropic activities. In the year 2020, Wipro completed 75 years. Today, Wipro is a diversified conglomerate with the presence in businesses as diverse as information technology, FMCG, lighting and hydraulic cylinders. So the Wipro's business can be divided into two parts: Wipro Limited and Wipro Enterprise Limited. Wipro Limited concentrates on the IT business of the company and it is listed on the stock market. Whereas Wipro Enterprise Limited concentrates on non-IT business, which includes consumer care and lighting and Wipro Infrastructure Engineering business. And this company is not listed on the stock market. So when you buy a stock of Wipro, you are actually buying the stock of Wipro's IT business. Wipro's IT services business is the major contributor. 83% of the company's revenue and 87% of the company's profit comes from IT services business. Wipro is the third largest IT company in India. The company has ventured into almost all the IT services available in the market. If you visit Wipro's website and click on services, you will see all those fancy IT words like big data, blockchain, data analytics, artificial intelligence, and so on. Wipro has 190,000 employees spread across 6 continents. To put that in perspective, if somehow we form a country with all the Wipro employees, their population will be 3.4 times greater than the population of Iceland. Wipro's clients are spread across 25 major industries. From oil and gas to capital market, they cover all the industries. This has given a diverse exposure and expertise for Wipro. Now let's talk about Wipro's non-IT business, Wipro Enterprise. Wipro Enterprise has two divisions: Wipro Consumer Care and Lighting and Wipro Infrastructure Engineering under its umbrella. Wipro Consumer Care and Lighting is a leading FMCG business in personal care, home care, lighting and switches, and office furniture. Wipro's consumer care business is huge and it has presence in 81 countries, which covers half of the world. The real growth in consumer care business is fueled by brand acquisitions. Especially after 2000, company aggressively acquired new brands. Wipro's portfolio is huge and it won't be possible to talk about all the brands in this video. So I'll talk about some prominent brands and I'll leave a link in the description for the company's website where you can explore Wipro's other brands as well. Let's start with the most famous soap brand, Santoor. Launched in 1986, Santoor became a favorite for young women and housewives. It was presented as an anti-aging soap. And how can we forget that classic mummy ad?
Excuse me, कौन से कॉलेज में पढ़ती हो तुम? कॉलेज? मैं? मम्मी। ऐसा ही होता है। मेरी त्वचा से मेरी उम्र का पता ही नहीं चलता।
This campaign was so successful that Santoor uses this format of advertisement still today. Santoor is India's second largest soap brand and number 1 in South India. Wipro started to sell antibacterial products in 2020 under the brand name Hygienix, which it acquired from the Philippines-based Splash Corporation in April 2019. This brand had a good start, especially due to COVID-19. Wipro also owns Middle East, Indian and European business of the perfume brand Yardley London. Wipro also owns the glucose drink brand Glucovita. Apart from these brands, company owns Safe Wash, Soft Touch, Max Clean and Chandrika. Wipro also has lighting business, which is 25 years old. Company offers most innovative and wide variety of lighting for indoor, outdoor and commercial needs. Through its infrastructure business, Wipro makes hydraulics, provides solution for industrial automation. They also make spare parts for the aerospace companies like Boeing, Airbus, Embraer and Gulfstream. Over the years, Wipro has built a strong reputation for its corporate governance. Wipro has been a huge value creator for its investors. Considering the company is trading on stock market for almost 75 years, a small investment could have turned into crores. One of those stories is of Muhammad Anwar Ahmed, who invested 10,000 rupees in Wipro stock way back in 1980. After 40 years, now his investment is valued at around 640 crores. Out of this 640 crore, 100 crore was just the dividend. This explains how value creating Wipro is for the investors. Today we see many companies in the IT space, but Wipro started off as an FMCG company, entered into an industry which is largely unknown at that time, and built a successful business out of it. The story of Wipro is nothing short of an adventure, and all the credit goes to Ajim Premji. Leadership is the capacity to turn vision into reality, and there are very few leaders who did that, and Ajim Premji is one of them. In 2005, Indian government honored him with Padma Shri for his contribution to trade and commerce in India. After leading Wipro for 53 years, Ajim Premji retired in 2019, and his son Rishabh Premji took over as the chairman. But the legacy Ajim Premji left behind lives on forever. So that's the video, guys. If you like my content, consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to smash that bell icon to be notified every time I release a new video. Thanks for watching. This is Curious Monk, signing off.